Question 3, manipulating formula. That's on page 138. 138, maybe. So, t is equal to 4n plus 5. And at the side of your page, you have brackets, n. So it says make n the subject of your formula. So isolate n. So in this case, just look up, lads. Move the 5 across, and it becomes minus 5. So t minus 5 is equal to 4n. Now I want to get rid, I want n to be on its own, I want to get rid of the 4. So divide by 4. Divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So n is equal to t minus 5 over 4. That's question 3. Question 7, for example. If you're doing physics, this is a formula for velocity. So final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration and time. Alright, so in this case you have to, and in physics you'll have to rearrange your formula. So you want to find acceleration. So you want to put acceleration on its own on the left hand side. So what we'll do is we'll move the u across, v minus u, so plus u becomes minus u, is equal to at. Now all we have to do is we want to get rid of the t, so we divide both sides by t. T divided by t is 1. So acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity over time. So that's question 7. And the other formula that's used in physics is this one here. Question 8. Kinetic energy. Half mv squared, and you have to make m the subject formula. So m is mass. Mass times velocity squared. Right, so what we'll do is here is half. We can write everything as a fraction first. So watch this. So k is equal to half. So what happens if you multiply half? How do you write m as a fraction? M over 1. V is, so that's v squared over 1. So what happens when you multiply these things? So 1 times m times v squared. So 1 m, so you get m v squared. That's 2 times 1 times 1. 2. So you can rearrange it so it looks like that. K is k over 1, isn't it? So if you have two fractions, just two fractions and an equals in between, this is important to listen to this bit. If you have two fractions and an equals in between, you can do a thing called cross multiplying. If you have three fractions in the sum, you can't cross multiply. So I can cross multiply. So 2 times k is 2k. Now 1 times mv squared is mv squared. Now what's the thing I want to get rid of? It's the v squared. So divide both sides by v squared. Okay, so m is equal to 2k over v squared. Now all you had to, so if you recognize straight away that the half means that it's going to be mv squared, you can skip this line altogether. If you recognize straight away that the half is going to be, everything's going to be above the 2, and then k over 1 cross multiply to get rid of the fraction. The reason why you cross multiply is you get rid of the fractions and then divide both sides by v squared. Right, another sum like that, so that was question 8, is 11, let's say. So f is equal to mv squared over r, and this time you have to make r the subject. Exactly the same steps. You write f as f over 1. because the right hand side is written as a fraction, write the left hand side as a fraction. Right, you have two fractions and an equals in between, so you're allowed to cross multiply. One times mv squared is mv squared. Now what do I want to get rid of? The f. F divided by f is 1. So r is mv squared over f.